memories that I've had from the last 2 years of having you guys. Don't make me cry, okay? The last 2 years of having you guys, Mr Flynn and I, and a few of the other teachers have reminisced over the last couple of weeks. And what we're a bit frustrated at is there was loads and loads of things that have made us laugh, made us annoyed, made us frustrated throughout the 2 years. We can't remember half of them, but these are the ones that really stood out. So I'm going to speak about all of you at some point, and hopefully you'll either remember the memory or you'll be reminded of it. So Kieran, you're the first one I'm going to start with. And I think, see, this is what you were laughing at is exactly what I'm going to say. He has put a smile on, I'd say, pretty much everyone in the class's face. At any time throughout the last 2 years, he has probably made one of us smile or laugh. So that was nothing, one in particular to stand out for me, Kieran, is everything with you and how you make everyone smile. Caden and Agnes, what really stood out for me was your rapping during the poetry week. You all of a sudden became these people that can rap really quick, and I've never seen any people rap so fast as you two. And I'm sure you'll show us again a little bit later how good you were at that. Alex, telling me when I'm there trying to cook 60 burgers and sausages at the barbecue, Miss, only a man can cook at a barbecue. And then when he finally ate a sausage, he went, that's not that bad for a woman. And I think, I think the whole class memory of Alex was last year in year 5 when we were doing PE in the hall and he ran into the window, slid down the window onto the floor. We all started laughing until we saw blood pouring out of his leg, and then you were okay, weren't you?
I gave her a high five.
You gave her a high five. Yeah. Jaden, our memory of you is just your random dancing we can be doing. And then we look great. I can just look over at one point and you're dancing away. All these different moves. Alicia, Kayla, Pixie and Paisley, I've kind of put you into one because it was that time where, I don't know what you'd got up to at break and lunch, but your hairstyles, the hair on the top of the head, oh, I'm not sure what that was, but that made us laugh. Philip. Where am I, Philip? Philip. I'm going to see if you do this, I'm going to say it. You, my memory of you is rolling your eyes at my bad sense of humour. And every time I crack a joke, yeah, you give me that look. Of Miss, are you doing it again? I'm not sure what you're on about. Mia, I changed yours yesterday when you nearly broke my arm by falling. I think that's going to stick in my memory now for a while. Paige. We all know I've got a little soft spot for Paige, but Paige, your memory I have is a bit random. This year, I think you've probably handed me over 100 protractors that you just found randomly across the room. You come up and you go, here's another protractor, Miss. That's a random memory I'm going to remember. Mason's memory. I'm sure everyone's going to remember this one. The day he came into school in his PE kit. Everyone else was in their school uniform. Lacey. Oh no. I've actually put here, Lacey, I've got so many memories of you. I didn't know where to start, and I was thinking in my head, I'm not going to mention the time you cried at football, so I won't mention that one. We'll just stick to, there was lots and lots of really funny memories with you. Leo's memory. Breaking Sahil's shoulder. Leo, who hasn't set a foot wrong all year, decides to break someone's shoulder, not on purpose, I'll add Miss Simone, it was an accident. Anastasia at the start of the year knocked over the resources tray, didn't she? Everything fell out. Now every time the resources tray falls over, what do we say? Anastasia! Even if you're miles away. I think one day you won't even hear Anastasia and it was your fault. Riley. Now, where's Riley? Riley, you have taught me a lot over the last 2 years. One of the things I will always remember you for is correcting me any time I make a mistake, which I have realised, thanks to you, is quite often. Yeah, so you'll probably inform me of some spellings I've got on here if you look at this later. So yeah, for always correcting me when I say something wrong. Victoria, I don't know if you remember this memory. I really moaned at you because I'd asked you to bring me a specific book, and I was like, you haven't brought me the right book at and you just say, don't worry about this, no problem. So for you, just been able to shake any issues off like that. Nicola.
Which one? That one?
Yeah. My fondest memory of you is coming into my classroom at lunchtime in year 6 and asking me where the field is. I just completely forgot. I'm not sure where the field is. You remember now though, right, Nicola? Make sure you have a map in secondary school for the first week. Maisie, Gracie, Melody and Nicola. I've put you four together because look, you happen to all be sitting together now. You've been joined at the hip pretty much for the last year. But the memory that will stick out for me is at prom, you all decided to wear the same outfit. Black dress. Oh, you're in a black dress, weren't you? Yeah. Black dress, denim jacket, all the same look. So I'm sure I'll probably see you in like 10 years' time and you'll all be doing it again for the prom. Joseph. I wasn't actually here for this memory, but I've heard about this memory so much, Joseph. I thought I couldn't not say what it is. Joseph, in the middle of a PE lesson, cricket, was he batting at the time? Yeah. Just decided to break wings, so the whole class could appreciate it. And I think that's the kind of memory, Joseph, that a week later, some people in the class have started giggling at again because they remembered it. Sahil's not here, coincidentally, but the memory for Sahil was him turning up 2 weeks late to school in year 6 because he just wasn't sure when we started. It was only after bumping into you, Riley, in the street that you were like, you realise school's back, Sahil? He is aware this is the last day, so he can make a mistake. Tommy, I wonder if you remember this memory. This one, Mr Flynn, I remember. This was in year 5. You had a whiteboard and you decided to staple your whiteboard to the desk. You remember doing that? Yeah. You weren't sure why either. Morgan.
Yeah.
My memory of you is your haircut.
Oh, yeah.
This time, I think it just got higher and higher and higher as we went on. Malachi. Now, there's been so many memories that Mr Flynn and I reminiscing over you, Malachi. And what we decided was the main memory is the stories that you've come up with. And especially when I first had you in year 5, I wasn't aware that you made that story. So I was believing that your dad was an FBI agent. I was believing that you'd been to all these countries, that you'd watched England play the football. I know, so I was really impressed. So then I learned that we like to make up these stories, and we joined in and we went along with some of these stories. So lots of stories in email like that. And then the last 2 I'm finishing with is Harvey and Charlie. Now, my memories of you 2 is actually, as well as you making us laugh all year, it's being our class medics.
Oh, yeah.
So anytime someone was hurt in the class, the ambulance would come into play. Do I get sound effects? The ambulance would come into play, and Harvey, our medic, would go to any injuries and check the person was okay. And as much as we did this as a bit of a laugh and a joke, actually when someone's upset or hurt themselves and it's only little, Harvey or Charlie going over to them and checking them okay was a really easy way to make them feel a little bit better about themselves. So throughout the year, and the 2 years I've had you, there's been so many fantastic memories, and I'm sure you're going to carry on into secondary school and carry on creating more and more, because you're a brilliant class to have, and I am going to miss having you next year. Before Mr Flynn and I go on to our little cheesy rap we've made up for you, yeah.
Oh no!
I'm going to give out the first award. So, this award is for academic achievement. Miss Knight's class, you're involved in this a little bit as well now. So, academic achievement is an award for someone that has really stood out for their work, especially in English and Maths this year. They've gone above and beyond. Not only have they listened and took in everything we have taught them, they've gone that little bit further. They've challenged themselves in the lessons. This is like your V6+++ that we're going to in Maths, yeah? This is in English, improving your own writing before we've even asked you, and having a real passion to do those things. So how the awards work, we're going to have 2 accommodations, so 2 recommendations for people for like, they're our like runners up. They're people that didn't quite get the trophy, but they really stood out this year for their academic achievements. So the two recommendations are for Evie and for Harvey Watson. But then the winner for this award is someone that has really stood out even more than these two. He has challenged himself in every single subject. I can't think of a subject where he hasn't got the furthest he could possibly get and then been asking to do more. He has corrected me again a few times in maths, and he has really pushed himself, and I think he's the type that will continue to do that when he gets into secondary school, and he's going to do really well. So the academic trophy goes to Leo.
Hey.
Right, Mr Flynn.
Oh no.
Right, Mr Flynn. This is just a little snippet for what everyone else gets to experience from you guys later.
Class 11. Well, who knew our time here is flew?
And now I'm being left without any of you.
Now we're going down separate paths.
I need to switch up. I need to look at things different.
You need to see the bigger picture.
But those were the days. I told you hard work forever pays. But I guess I'll see you in a different place.
We will see you again. We will see you again.
Over to you, Mr. Flynn.
So I've got the pleasure of giving out the Sportsperson Award. So again, like the Academic Awards, we've got the recommendations, two recommendations of people that have shown a great interest in sports, come into clubs, have like really impressed me at the clubs, and in class talk about like sports all the time. So the first award recommendation is to Thomas Barlow. And the second recommendation goes to Joseph. So the winner for the Sportsperson of the Year goes to someone that has come to every sports club that we've got going, chess club as well. They help me out, do jobs for me when I need things setting up, always willing to help out, and if they can't do a club, they argue with their mum that they want to do every club possible, even when their mum says they cannot, they are always trying to find an idea. So the winner for the Sports Club of the Year goes to Lacey.